it's bittersweet. I think that what's happened today needed to happen, but it's upsetting that we're in a situation where this needed to happen.
Now at 6, the superintendent of Longview Public Schools has been arrested in connection to a reported sexual assault case involving local high school students. But police say she failed her duty as a mandatory reporter.
We're also live at PDX this morning as millions of Americans look to fly or drive to their destination for this Memorial Day weekend. What you need to know before heading to the airport or hitting the road ahead in a live report. Plus,
4 educators of the year will get their mortgage or rent paid for an entire year.
A token of appreciation to recognize all the hard work our local educators do. More on the educators being celebrated coming up as your news at Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Friday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Matthew Herchick. Glad to have you with us this morning. Rod Hill and Chris McGinnis are standing by. Boy, what a beautiful sunrise you got there, Rod.
Yeah, it's just money when we have these, clear sky and even partly cloudy sky mornings out in Chehalem from the tasting room camera in Sherwood. So just like yesterday, no marine push inland, so a clear sky start, a clear sky finish for us. 53 is the number out in Sherwood right now. It's mainly clear over the Capitol as well. You see the early morning sun popping in, 50 degrees down in Salem. And there's the sun from the Providence Park camera bouncing off of the West Hills. Temperature this morning, 54. Really comfortable start to our day. To the bus stop we go. So in the 50s, most of us, a few of you are in the 40s. Sun was up at 5:32 this morning. It'll be nearing 70 at noon. That's similar to yesterday. And nearing 80 when the kids get out of school. Enjoy it. The complete holiday weekend forecast, of course, is coming up. Here's Chris.
Rod, thanks for that. One trouble spot on the roads right now. We'll take you there out in Troutdale, eastbound I-84, the exit ramp to Northeast 257th Avenue. Looks like we've got a car that's gone up on the median here near 257th. And so we've got one lane blocked there. A tough way to start the morning. No word on any injuries at this point, but hopefully we'll get that clear soon. Freeway drive really in pretty good shape. I-5 zipping along just fine over the Interstate Bridge. There's the live look at SR14. Quick check at the Sylvan Hill. That looks good as well. And guys, right now the drive times are rolling along just fine early on a Friday morning.
Thank you, Chris. Developing this morning, hours after Longview police arrested the school superintendent in connection with a sexual assault investigation involving students, the school board has placed her on leave.
Karen Cloninger is charged with obstructing police, failing to report as a mandatory reporter, and tampering with witness, which is a felony. The executive director of student services for Longview is also facing charges. In February, authorities arrested and charged 2 high school basketball players at Mark Morris High for allegedly sexually assaulting their younger teammates. Police say the school and district knew about it but didn't take action. Parents are asking the board to fire any staff member that failed to report what they knew to authorities.
So the fact that they were unwilling to pull anybody while this was being investigated to make sure that we feel comfortable with our kids being in the schools, they just allow these people to continue working. It's really upsetting.
In a statement, interim superintendent Patty Bowen said, quote, "Our district remains committed to understanding the facts surrounding the alleged student and staff misconduct, cooperating with the ongoing investigation, following the law, and ultimately taking appropriate accountability action."
This morning, we're also learning more about the Wasco County Commissioner running for re-election who died on Election Day. Phil Brady was a lifelong Oregonian who grew up in the Dalles. According to Oregon Public Broadcasting, Brady went out for a bike ride on Election Day, started having chest pains, and then later died at the hospital. The news coming as a shock to his fellow commissioners.
I think we're all still in shock, trying to figure out kind of what to do, how to move on. And it's a hard thing for us. He's part of our family here.
Brady's death now opens a vacancy on the commission since he appears to be leading the race. We've reached out to Wasco County and the Secretary of State's office for clarity. Brady leaves behind his wife and 2 daughters. He was 70 years old.
And we have an update on the 17-year-old who was shot in downtown Salem. He's still in the hospital but is stable. A witness told KGW he saw a group of people running toward the Courthouse Square building Wednesday evening, heard a bang, and then saw people running away. Salem police say they're still trying to find the suspect.
All I know is it went from 0 to 10 real fast. I've been here almost 3 years, and that's the craziest thing I've seen down here. There were so many cops and so many people here, it was hard to see what was going on.
Now, police have not released any description of the suspect or any information on a potential motive.
And a reminder, starting today, you'll need a timed permit to park in the Multnomah Falls parking lot off of I-84. Permits will be required from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day through September 7th. If you want one, just head to recreation.gov to snag your permit. Your time now is 6:05. We are taking a live look from PDX now because millions of people are expected to travel this Memorial Day weekend. AAA saying that it could be one of the busiest that we've seen in years. That includes those flying through the airport.
Yeah, from packed highways to those crowded airports, AAA says Oregonians should prepare for delays no matter how they're traveling. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson live this morning with a look ahead. Good morning, Corey.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. China AAA says that they expect about 620,000 Oregonians to travel this Memorial Day weekend, and most of them, they say, will be hitting the road. AAA says a record 39.1 million Americans are expected to drive this holiday weekend, including about 505,000 people here in Oregon. And if you're leaving the Portland area, you'll want to plan ahead. The agency says the heaviest traffic is expected this afternoon into the evening, with some drive times potentially taking twice as long as normal. AAA also says Bend, the Oregon coast, Seattle, and Boise are among the most popular regional destinations this year. They also say today is expected, of course, to be one of the busiest travel days of the weekend. So whether you're driving or flying, they also recommend that you leave early and build in extra time. But it's not just roadways expected to be packed. The agency also says more than 3.6 million people are expected to fly this Memorial Day weekend, including more than 68,000 Oregonians. They say domestic flights are about 6% cheaper than last year, but airports are still expected to be very busy. So travelers should arrive early, check flight status updates, and expect long security lines. Now, right now at PDX, the lines appear to be a bit moderate, and we actually spoke to a retired Alaska Airlines pilot who says he's not too worried about going into the holiday weekend.
The outside was a lot busier than I was expecting, and there's going to be quite a few people traveling, even with high prices in airline fares. A lot of people have the TSA pre-check, which really speeds things up quite a bit.
Speaking of paying higher prices, drivers are also expected to pay more at the gas pump as well. AAA saying Oregon gas prices are around $5.32 currently. The agency says global oil concerns are part of what's keeping those prices so high. So something to keep in mind as you hit the road this holiday. Back to you.
Corey, thank you. And if you're looking to stay local this Memorial Day, you'll want to head over to Tom McCall Waterfront Park for City Fair, the official kickoff to the Rose Festival. It's happening for 3 consecutive weekends starting today through June 7th. And TriMet wants to make sure that you are prepared for all the festivities. All MAX lines and multiple bus routes will provide direct service to downtown to make it easier to walk the waterfront. And for the first time, the Grand Floral Parade and the Starlight Parade will merge into one event on Saturday, June 6th. So expect MAX and bus disruptions there. Blue and red lines won't run between Providence Park and Rose Quarter. Green line service will be limited from Clackamas Town Center to Gateway. Orange and yellow lines will run, but expect downtown delays. And if your MAX stop is disrupted, don't you worry, because TriMet will have shuttle buses to replace MAX service between Providence Park and the Rose Quarter.
Well, it is 6:09. Time to get back over to Rod for a check of our forecast.
Yeah.
Golf course.
I see.
Which one?
Reserve Valley Golf or Reserve Golf Course.
Yes.
I see it.
By the way, Matthew, I know you play golf. They have
do.
2 courses out here. So you really one of the great golf destinations in our immediate area. I always feel like I'm on vacation when I'm out there playing. Beautiful clubhouse, the whole 9 yards. The Reserve Golf Course out in Low, of course, in Washington County. So we're looking off to the west from the Explore Tualatin Valley camera. 48 degrees is the number. And there's the Columbia and, of course, the Vancouver waterfront from the Springs at the waterfront. Pretty morning with the sunlight on the Columbia River, 55 degrees. Usually when we hit 80 or better this time of the year, a lot of us hold in the 50s at night, even if it's clear and calm. And here is the map this morning. It was 84 yesterday, by the way. It is 48 in Hillsboro, so there are some cooler spots. Actually, Sherwood and Tigard and Oregon City are all just now sitting at 50, but it's really pleasant outside. Winds are generally light. Silverton 53, good morning to you. And here's the afternoon map. So on this Friday, if you're driving, no weather-related issues. We do have clouds and fog along the coast, maybe some misty spots here this morning. And it's one of those days where some areas of the beach may struggle to clear out, but that's right along the coast itself. Everybody's sunny inland. 73 out in Baker City later today, 82 in Madras, 83 out in the Dalles as well. And I think Portland down to Eugene, we all at least make it back up to 80 for a high. I've got Portland at 81 today. Some areas of cloudiness tomorrow morning and a little bit cooler, 76, but sunny afternoon. And then Sunday, partly cloudy to increasing clouds, 76, so nice and dry. And right now, every single model I looked at does show we're dry through at least much of the morning on Monday, Memorial Day here in Portland, but showers absolutely expected in the afternoon, and that is your update.